The next box of the alphabetical classic creatures is coming out pretty soon here, this one covering the letters D through F with a heavy emphasis on elementals. You can see my review of the first box up there in the corner of your screen. With the movie launching this week as I'm filming this, we might have some new players and potentially new game masters coming to our table, so sets like these may be a great place for new mini collectors to start. But these sets are always pretty expensive too. Luckily, when it comes to classic creatures especially, there are plenty of older minis to choose from as well. As always, I'll show you some alternatives for each mini here and give you their current prices online. But I've noticed that a lot of older minis are in short supply or just completely sold out right now. So you have to do some hunting if you do want to track some of those down. Otherwise, there's always this box to see if you like these figures. So without further ado, let's see what the letters D through F have in store for us. Before we jump in, let me remind you that the Big Bads Kickstarter from Hit Point Press is ongoing. It features 2 great books to add to your collection. The Big Book of Big Bads features more than 25 villains to create stories around. You get more than just stat blocks though, they come with backstories, role-playing guides, layers, minions, and much more. Perfect for one-shots or to add to your ongoing campaigns with the included story hooks. You can also get Creatures and Curios, which has more than 100 new items and monsters for your 5e games. And you can also get loads of mini STL files and more during this campaign. Check it out today using the link in the corner of your screen up there or in the doohickey down below me. That is the Big Bads on Kickstarter now. D is for Displacer Beast, and this is our second one of the week here at the Gallant Goblin. A Displacer Beast also appeared in the Honor Among Thieves monster set, which you can see our review of in the corner of your screen right now. And I'll show you a comparison here shortly, as this Displacer Beast, while also being on a large size base, is noticeably bigger than the other one. Displacer Beasts are tough to kill as you roll all your attacks at disadvantage. You'd think that AoEs would be the way to go, but they also have basically evasions, so all around Displacer Beasts make for a challenging fight for a low level party. Next up we have a Doppelganger, which I can't say I was expecting in a classic creature set. It's the only medium mini in this whole box. Doppelgangers in 5e are hedonistic, evil, lazy shapeshifters. There really isn't much lore about doppelgangers, especially in 5e, which is true for a lot of monsters in this edition. This is definitely a race that I would like to see developed a little bit more. There's some lore back in 3.5 edition that could be updated, and they've certainly appeared in a lot of adventures and novels too. Next up we have an Efreeti, leading off our troop of elementals here. Efreeti are the genies of the elemental plane of fire. They're haughty, cruel enslavers who make wonderfully evil tyrants just begging for an adventuring party to overthrow them. Though they are pretty powerful casters with a CR of 11. When they move, their lower bodies turn to smoke and fire, as you can see in one of our comparison minis here. These are some pretty good looking minis. Our first proper elemental is the air elemental. It wasn't until I reviewed the footage here that I noticed that he did have little eyes. There's something about the eyes in all of these minis that just take them from looking like natural disasters to looking like spunky little cartoon characters, which is a mood that I'm really here for. We have had a wide variety of air elemental minis over the years. It can be difficult to differentiate them from water elementals sometimes, so I'm curious which of these do you like the best. Here's our Earth Elemental, and honestly, he looks a bit more like a clay golem to me, which is fine. I love a mini that you can double dip on, and it does get away from the rather dopey Earth Elemental design that we've seen a few times already here in 5e, as you'll see in a moment. Elementals like these show up in almost every pre-written 5e campaign and are frequently summoned by casters, so it's nice to have some minis around for them. I remember running out and buying an unpainted Elemental mini when I was just starting out because I desperately needed one for an upcoming encounter that day. And here's my personal favorite mini in the set, and maybe one of my favorite minis of all time, the Fire Elemental, who looks like he's ready to be the mascot character for a new Saturday morning cartoon, or maybe one of the characters in the upcoming Elemental Pixar movie. Just look at him, he is so adorable. These little beady green eyes, oh god, come on. Definitely cuter than all the previous Fire Elemental minis that I've collected over the years. The Water Elemental is the only one that doesn't seem to have eyes, but he's still ready to give you a big ol' hug. I am still waiting for Wizards to give us a proper plane-hopping adventure that further explores the elemental planes with their various genies and monsters. It is just such an untapped treasure trove of fun creatures. Here are some of our previous Water Elementals, all of which look pretty good to me. And finally, as apparently there are no important D&D creatures that start with the letter F, and I really did want to see a new Flame Skull mini, we have our always fun to roleplay two-headed Ettin. If you are not doing the classic GM trope of having the party overhear two bickering giantkin before realizing that it's just one two-headed creature, then are you really GMing? We have a very eclectic set of Ettin minis now, as you can see here. It makes me wonder if we'll ever get a warband of giants or giantkin, though that would be an expensive pack. Here's the full set together. Classic Monsters D through F is available right now in seemingly limited quantities. You can find it for between 70 and 90 bucks. So it ends up being about 10 bucks a mini, which is a little bit steep, but you are getting 7 larges and a medium. The prices for the A through C set haven't really started dropping yet, so don't expect too much movement on this set either in the coming months. It is a good set of usable minis, and yes, that fire elemental here is the star of the pack. G through J has also been announced as well. You can expect a ghost, a ghoul, a gorgon, a griffin, a harpy, a hellhound, a hippocampus, and an imp. Okay, go away. You can expect that set later this summer, so let me know what you think about this collection in the comment section down below. We're getting so many sets of minis these days that I'm starting to wonder if we're getting a little bit saturated. I'm curious where the holes in your collection are. Are you looking for minis specific to a particular adventure these days, or more warbands of common monsters to have a variety of creatures that trap on a pack? Are you looking for more hero minis, like spell effects, or animals, or townsfolk? Like, what do you need more of? If you need more stories to tell at your table, don't miss out on the Big Bad's Kickstarter going on right now. Using our link in the corner or down below me lets them know that you heard about them from us, which encourages them to keep sponsoring us so we can bring you more content, which is just great for all of us. And you can pick yourself up some cute Kobold plushies and their accessory packs over at koboldplush.com. And if you want to follow us on social media, seek us out on UTwitface, Chat Talk, Grumpy Gramp, and WandaVision. Until next time, stay safe, have fun, love each other, and I will see you next time at the Gallant Goblin.